You ready to start?
Yeah. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we've been recording for 10 minutes of us sitting
man.
around.
So now we're starting the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. If you missed all of the crazy stuff that happened before we just got rolling,
Right.
you should definitely check out the YouTube
Check out the
version of
YouTube
the
channel.
show because Eddie's on one. Eddie's on one. Keida's on one. I mean, I feel like I'm the only person that came in here excited to be here today.
I want to be here, but I want you to go to the YouTube channel and watch it because I'm only 133 viewing hours away from monetizing my YouTube page.
Let's go.
So
let's go.
come on, guys.
That means 133 of you need to get it
watch
together.
the whole thing. Hit play. Leave the room. I don't care.
Just let it loop. Who cares? Let it loop.
Oh, speaking of YouTube,
Yeah.
did you guys watch Dean Del Rey's new special?
Oh, the one
Not
he shot in
yet.
the cave?
Fucking amazing.
But I saw some clips and it looked pretty cool. So I
Yeah,
definitely
the
want to
venue's
check it out.
amazing.
Dean
telling-
would shoot his
In a cave?
special in a cave. For sure. For
No,
sure.
it looks really cool. It looks really cool.
I asked him to come today, but he's on the road with Tom Green right now.
So
Okay.
you and Dean have such... Of course it makes sense that you guys are friends because you basically are each other in multiverse.
What?
You
Your
guys are
variants of each other?
Right?
We're like so not.
They
at
both give
all.
Roadie vibes.
He's
and I
like
know
a
Keida gives Roadie vibes.
He's a
because
complete grump. I'm like.
that's what
pleasant.
the multiverse
Yeah,
is,
you're just
Keida.
a variant.
Exactly. You're just a variant of the same white guy.
Well, we're both like middle-aged single white
Dude,
guys.
Keita, we're not middle-aged anymore.
Well,
We're past middle age.
You're right.
Are we living to 102? No. we're like a quarter past middle age at this
But
point.
I don't think I don't know if Keita's seen this, but Keida, I want to be the first to tell you, you actually have fans now. There is a growing fan base that loves
I've had fans
Keida.
since you were like 10 years old. I'll have you know. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but I mean, like, you have a fan base
No, it's-
within our podcast.
It's I can't tell you how excited I am about it.
Yeah. It's
well, now
kind
they're
of
really
seeing you.
fun.
You have a camera now.
it's kind of like our Howard Stern the weirdos that he has on his show. You know what I mean?
You're our stuttering John.
Yeah, you're stuttering.
You're our stuttering John.
My favorite people were like, you guys gotta let Keida chime in. There's like, they never know what he's gonna say. I'm like, yeah, that's not easy to respond to as one of the hosts of the show. It's kind of a chaotic wild
Keita has a large quiver of random thoughts that he likes to pull
that
from.
he just likes to go.
He's
"Good
like,
luck, guys."
deal with this. I'm like, okay, all right. That had nothing to do with what we're talking about, but we'll deal with it.
I mean, yeah.
I like to be the.
He's the poster child for the Adderall shortage here in LA. But no, Keida, people very much like all of your quips and your stories, and yeah, the most comments we got is they're like, Keida definitely used to be a roadie.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Put off
people
mad
think-
roadie vibes.
Mad roadie vibes
Roadie
is what you
vibes?
were told, and that's before we even had a camera on you. Now
Right.
that they're going to see
They're like,
you, they're going to be
"Is
like,
he a
holy
roadie now?"
shit.
Well, I have done a lot of weird shit in my life. I'm old.
Did you go to Coachella?
I went to the first two. Didn't we already go through
No,
this?
no, no. Did you go to this
This year.
one?
This past
one?
Coachella.
I was like, didn't we just talk about
Yes.
that last week?
Did you go?
No, fuck.
I was wondering if you might be one of those people that got the call to go last minute. I want to know who those people are that said yes to that. Like, I feel
People
like
with
something
no strings.
you have. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you have no life, nothing holding
have
you
no
back.
responsibilities. No one cares about you. You don't have to be anywhere. Go to Coachella on a whim.
Oh, it's. I watched it. I didn't have an ounce of FOMO.
Wait, you went?
You watched
No,
it?
I watched all my friends on
the socials?
on social media,
Yeah.
and I did not have an ounce of FOMO. It was
Okay,
just
you're-
pictures of people in front of the same stupid Ferris wheel, and and just drunkenness.
I don't think I ever have FOMO about anything.
Really?
I don't look at a picture and go, "Oh, I wish I was there."
Sometimes I do.
I don't.
Usually
I'm
when
trying
it's
to
like
think.
groups of people hanging out. But the thing is, if I got invited, I wouldn't go. I hate hanging out in groups of people. I'm very good one-on-one. I'm very good in a small group. The minute it becomes more than like 3 people, I'm out.
Well, then you got to start managing personalities and
Yeah.
conversation. You got to like pass the ball and like it's just
I'm not good at any of
no.
that.
It's a lot.
Threesomes are much better on paper than in real life. It's only worked out twice for me, but go ahead.
You had 2 attempts at threesomes?
Talking about
You had 2 successful threesomes or 2 attempts at threesomes?
Well, I thought they were successful. I don't know about the other 2.
He's like, I didn't take an exit survey. Did you, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate your experience with Keida?
No, actually, this is a good subject.
Point to the face that represents your face. What is your expression? Point to your expression of how you're feeling.
Was it this?
After this threesome.
Or this?
Is it the squiggly mouth lines?
Is the green one throwing up?
Mr. Yuck? Is it a Mr. Yuck sticker?
I don't think it's so.
Do we want to talk about threesomes? I mean,
No,
that's
we
a good
don't want
topic.
to talk about three.
I'm just.
Do you think he has anything to add to that
I have
conversation?
nothing to add.
Well, I
I've
don't
watched
know.
threesome.
I mean, I saw a pineapple thing on his front porch, so
And you went up to the door and knocked?
I didn't, but I saw people.
Whose door are you talking about? Eddie's?
Eddie's.
Eddie doesn't
I
have
don't
a pineapple on his
my door. I don't eat pineapple.
Yeah, you're like, that's a fruit? Ugh.
No, it's fucking fruit.
But you
that-
guys know about that, though.
Of course we know about what pineapples are.
Pineapple means threesome.
Okay.
It means swingers, really.
Swingers,
Swingers,
right?
yeah. It's a swinger
Same thing
symbol.
when you like walk into a party and there's a bowl of keys.
Yeah.
That's not so you can put your keys in it. I found that out the hard way.
Digging through my keys.
I was like,
Where are my keys?
oh no, I need mine. Where are my keys? I was like, I brought dip. I was like, holy shit, I'm at the wrong
Why do you guys all have your
party.
pants down?
I've never had that happen, but I got invited to one time.
A key party?
A party that was like, yeah.
A
like,
swinger party?
Yeah.
I got invited to a swinger party once. I didn't go, though.
No.
I wish I had. I regret not going.
Why?
I wouldn't have participated. I just wanted to, because
You wanted to watch?
when you're, I
fucking
was doing
creep?
stand up in Washington State one time, and I made a joke about swingers. And then after the show, the swingers came up to me like, "Hey, we're swingers." I'm like, "Oh, great!" And then he's like,
Good for you.
Here's our card to our party tonight."
Oh,
The
no.
card gets you into the party.
Oh no,
you have to be
no,
invited, right?
No.
And I didn't go, of course. I just
I
went
like
back
that
to
they
my
had
room.
pre-screening though, where they're like, you have to have a card to get in.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, it's invite only. They don't just
Yeah.
let people like they gave it to me, but not the comic. The
So
other
if you're
comic on the
so-
show.
so
the
if
other
you're-
comic didn't get one.
So if your UPS guy rolls up in the middle of it, he can't just join in.
What can Brown do for you guys? Nothing. Okay, bye. So yeah, I got the card, but my buddy didn't. And then I was like, I just went back to my room, and I wish I had gone.
No.
Yeah, just to see.
No.
Just to see.
No.
Just to see.
You don't
Just
wanna see the
curious.
people that wanna
I'm
do
always
that
curious
stuff.
about that whole subculture of swingers.
Well, luckily for us, we apparently have an expert in the
Right.
building.
Hey, speaking of experts, what's your worst threesome story?
The one we just had. I don't
I
have a
have
threesome
not-
story.
I have not had one, but
What?
I have
Come on.
two. No, I'm serious. I've had Keida. I'm not good at multitasking. As
That would
much as
kill
you-
her ADHD.
Oh
it would
my
just
god!
destroy
I'd be
her.
like, where do my hands go? I don't.
Wow. Wow.
Jen, you're supposed to keep doing that. Okay.
I can't, but there's over here. It's like spinning plates.
No. I had heard a story though about some friends of mine that got invited to hang out by a comic. And I guess his intent was to have a threesome with the two of them.
Oh.
But then as the night
Were they aware of
progressed-
that
No,
intent?
No.
It seems like everyone should be aware of it going into
No,
it.
no. This was
That's
like
creepy.
things escalated and started heading that way, and then he started crying. And then they were
Why?
like, "We gotta go."
Why was he crying?
No one knows. No one knows.
He ruined a shot at a threesome? Did
Right?
he start crying?
Yeah. He will forever be the guy in like, yeah.
Is he like a Silver Lake comic?
No. He's like, how do I get two women simultaneously wet? Watch Old Yeller with them, clearly.
Okay, I'm gonna beat that story.
Oh, God. Please,
So-
what phrasing?
In the mid '90s, I was working in this lesbian bar. I was bartending
Of course you
in
were.
this
Of
place
course
called
you were.
Blondie's in the Mission, and so
What were you doing?
They're
What,
only-
what was your job at the lesbian bar?
I mean, there
Quality control.
Trust me.
If you
that-
look like this, you're not allowed in. You stood by the
Totally.
door.
No, I was like their dude bartender.
Okay.
You need a bowl in the pen once in a while. So anyway, so
Did you get? You had to get shitty tips being the bull bartender or
No,
lesbian
I got
boy.
great tips.
Really?
Great tips. Yeah, they loved me.
They're like, he's so sensitive.
So
He looks like one of us.
this couple came in because it wasn't always just lesbians. It was all kinds of. It was San Francisco. So
It was people who got lost.
this couple comes in, and I had seen the girl all the time. Really, really hot blonde-headed girl.
She was
and
regular at the
came in with a
lesbian
guy.
bar?
Yeah, she was a regular there, but I didn't know her affiliation. But then she comes in with a guy,
Okay.
and they in conversations happening. They want to have a threesome, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And I had never had one with a guy, but like,
Oh, they want
you
that
know,
conversation. They want you to be in the threesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so the face. Okay. Note to self: cut to Jen's face right now. So I'm like, this is interesting. I've never had a threesome with another guy. Usually two women, me. You know.
Usually,
So,
yeah. All your yeah.
Usually.
Usually
So
all your
anyway,
threesomes.
so I go to. They're like, meet us.
I feel
at-
like there needs to be a lot more coordination when there's two sticks involved.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Arm's distance at all times.
So what
Yeah, you
happened-
got to know which way you're rotating. You got to decide on a lot of things before, because
You gotta
otherwise
have you have to have
you're
an egg
making-
timer.
Yeah, you're
So when it
making
dings, you know to switch.
you're making a lot of
everybody-
eye contact with another dude.
Keep everybody synced.
Well, see,
Continue, proceed.
Look, I was not.
No, I'm not trying to derail this
I was
train. Keep
not
going.
That excited about this, but I was like, they're nice people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
you give it to them. They're nice. They're good tippers.
Tip for tip.
Listen,
Tip to
I was
tip.
really interested in this girl, and I was like, yeah, whatever. The guy's there.
You're like, this is my one shot to see her naked, so let's go.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I get to. So they're like, yeah, meet it. Here's the address. Here's a key. Meet us there.
Okay.
So I get to this because I was bartending. So I get done with my shift. I
Were you
race
at
up
all
there.
worried they might be vampires?
No.
Okay.
It's definitely giving "let me in."
Very,
vibes.
very.
I was also
vampire-esque.
like 22. So
Right, like they're gonna drain your blood.
Yeah. So I run over to this apartment and I get in there and they're sitting on opposite sides of the room. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I went in the
Oh, he
kitchen.
wanted to watch.
No, it's even worse.
She wanted to watch.
So it's not that bad. So I'm making the drinks and I come out with the drinks. As it turns out, he's gay. And like
Oh,
they
he
wanted to have a threesome, but like I
You had to
thought
participate with both
I
parties.
thought she was the center of attention. And then I realized
No,
You were the guest
you were the
star.
meat.
I was the guest
You were the
star.
meat in the sandwich. That's what you were.
So that made
Oh,
for an
man.
incredibly awkward.
It's a pork sandwich.
I've never.
Did you
I'm
leave?
Gifting you this with this.
Did you
No,
leave?
We're not. Well, what
No.
happened
Okay,
was.
now I have to know what happened.
What happened was
You blacked out.
Keita's like, do you know if you close your eyes, it's exactly the same?
the guy, the poor guy, was the one that was the losing end on this thing. So he ended up having. Maybe he was bi. I don't know. We both ended up having sex with her, and she enjoyed herself.
Great.
It was a service call. It was a service call. It was highly awkward.
Did he make any moves to you at all?
He didn't, but it was so obvious right out of the gate. I was like, "Oh,
They were vampires.
I totally miscalculated this." So this is a cautionary tale to anybody who's make sure before you get
Rules
into
are
a,
established.
well, just make sure you know the intention of the people that are in the room.
Good
Keita,
idea.
I think they made
Good
their
idea.
intentions pretty clear. I think you just did not pick up on. You didn't
vibes.
ask the right
I
questions.
was so focused on her, it didn't occur to me.
That was the whole plan.
And he wasn't. I mean, to be honest,
He wasn't ugly.
No, he wasn't.
He was fit.
He wasn't presenting as a gay guy. Let's just say that. I mean, we were in San Francisco, and they were. I mean, all my friends were gay. I had gay roommates, but it was.
Oh, Keita.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, there it is.
Fascinating.
Well,
That was my
you know,
worst story.
Eddie, I'm going to stop asking you if you have anything for the top of the
I
show
am-
and be like, so Keita, what crazy shit do you want to tell us today? What crazy?
Way more interesting than Mike shit.
Oh, same. Oh, but it's
I took one thing I did do this. I took Colton to AC/DC at the
I
Rose Bowl.
saw that.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's cool that you guys can share that he's appreciative of that kind of music.
Well, when he was little, I didn't play like nursery rhyme crap. Like I
Well,
didn't,
no one wants
we
to do
didn't
that.
do any of that. So I literally bought. They did nursery music, but in
By AC/DC.
no, they did hard rock bands, but it was nursery rhyme
Holy shit.
or nursery.
have
It
to-
sounded like nursery music.
I wish we had clipped some of that so that
And,
I could hear it. I want
It's
to hear
pretty
how
fun. It's pretty good. And
you were like, this Itsy Bitsy Spider slaps.
fucking slaps. It's a banger. It's a
Wait,
banger,
who
man.
opened up for them?
But,
Itsy Bitsy Spider?
No, AC/DC.
Pretty Reckless. Have you heard them?
No.
Yes.
It's the girl that was Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie.
Yes.
She grew up,
Clearly she's doing well.
and she's a really great singer. It's insane. They
No,
were
I
really
know.
good.
What is it, rock or?
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
AC/DC's not going to roll out some like Taylor Swift pop star. That's like,
never
let me
know.
play you an acoustic set.
never know
No,
what
it's a
their
girl
managers
that's
are
got some
thinking.
stuff to
she's
work
got- yeah,
through
she's-
because she
yeah.
was a child actor.
Yeah. She got a lot to work through, but she's good. Really
so,
good.
but that's so cool that Colton's appreciative of that.
He
Does-
loves that music. It's his favorite band, which he can't relate at all to kids his own age.
I was going to say, how does that affect him at school?
Like literally at school, he's on the football team, and the pump up music in the locker room is like contemporary hip hop.
He's like, who is this?
And he
ASAP
just-
Rocky?
ASAP Rocky.
No,
he doesn't-
ASAP Rocky. Cold.
So that's what he. So he doesn't listen to that. He's like, he tries to get the kids to play Thunderstruck, and they're like, "What? I want to play
What is
Thunderstruck."
this?
Yeah, it was stupid. What was this? So like, he's way into that music. He just walks around listening to it on his headphones. So he loved that. That was our Christmas gift this year to him was AC/DC tickets.
Oh, that's cool. I mean,
so-
that was one of many Christmas
Yes,
presents.
it
I'm
always
sure.
is. But that was the
But-
big one.
That's awesome. It's so funny. Like, I have a couple of like artists that I have that kind of appreciation for, and it's
Yeah.
clearly from riding to school with my dad. Billy Joel is one of them.
Yeah,
Billy
Joel's
Joel.
great.
Billy Joel's one of them. Like I love when Sirius XM rolls out their Billy Joel station.
Oh, and you're all on top of it.
Yeah. Because I've always made the argument that Billy Joel is like great fall music.
Yeah, you said it's like you think it makes you think of Christmas time.
Yeah,
which
it's
makes
Thanksgiving music.
no goddamn sense.
It's Thanksgiving music.
What song is Thanksgiving music?
His like most of
Uptown Girl makes you think of.
like scenes from an Italian restaurant and stuff like that. Like I don't know, it just feels like good fall music,
God,
and
no
I think
wonder
it's
you
because I
haven't
just
been in a
associate.
threesome.
What?
I said, no wonder you haven't been in a threesome. God, this is horrible.
Turn on the Billy Joel.
I'm getting dunked on by a roadie.
Yeah.
But I think also just because like my dad always loves to tell stories about when he actually did roadie stuff.
Your dad was a roadie?
My dad was a
I didn't
roadie
know
For
that.
who?
for Billy Joel and like other like he did a lot of stuff with like musician. He loves to tell people about like doing nefarious things for like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and stuff like that. And I'm just like, but when he gets like 2 margaritas in him, he decides to start telling all my friends these stories. And I'm like, it's time to go. And they're like, no,
No,
he can't
no.
leave.
We
He
have to
can't
know.
leave now. We need to hear this.
Are you going to give us details or are you just going to say this innocuous?
Well, I don't want to incriminate my dad because some of them are criminal things. I don't know what the
But the
statute of
sta-
limitations
I'm sure
are.
it's passed.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't want-
murder, right?
Listen, no.
So, yeah, I
but
think
get him
it's probably
drunk. I'm
passed.
sure he'll tell you.
I'm sure it's passed.
I'm sure he'll tell you. Don't worry. Eddie, don't worry, Eddie. The next time he's got to help me move and you'll be there,
I know.
you can just ask him.
I will.
Because he will
I will for
gladly
sure
tell
ask him.
you. He will entertain you with all of his roadie stories for as long as you need him to.
Hilarious.
But yeah, he talks a lot about like working with Billy Joel and stuff like that. So I think it's just one of those things where my appreciation comes from like the
Yeah.
connection it gave me with my dad.
Yeah, I mean, I gave that to Colton too, growing up. Like just the type of music he listens to, and yeah, like so we all like it was Tracy,
What was
Colton,
Colton's first concert?
and I, Pearl Jam last year.
Really? That was
Yeah.
his first concert?
Yeah.
Seems kind of late.
Well, I guess it was. I mean, we was 14 last year, so yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I think my parents took me to see like Gloria Estefan. I think when I was in and the Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in like 6th grade. It was her comeback after the accident.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why you can't sleep with your head towards the front of the bus anymore. That's true.
What?
You know that, right? The
Tell me another
story.
tale.
No, Gloria Estefan was famously hurt her neck and like compressed her spine and like almost like couldn't walk and stuff like that because they were on a tour bus and she had her head sleeping at the.
Yeah, you know how you lean forward, rest your head on the front seat. right?
Yeah.
That's what she was doing?
No. She was sleeping in like one of the pods.
Oh.
You're not allowed to put your head
At the front in
at
case
the
you
front
stop.
in case you
Yeah.
stop.
Same
because
reason you don't lean on, like when you're on an airplane, you don't lean your
you're not
head
supposed to
against
do
the
that.
front seat. Well, yeah. If anything happens, any turbulence,
The
you can be like,
plane's not
"What
coming to a sudden stop.
No,
and
but
if
the
it
turbulence
is,
can knock your head back.
there's bigger problems than you hitting your head, you know? But yeah, but that was one of my first concerts remember going to that.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Like that was like 6th grade. Wow.
Was she able to sing right?
Yeah, it didn't affect her singing. It was just her. She's a dancer. She's a physical performer. You know what I mean? And that's where I think it really
Did she
affected
move
her.
around weird? Did she look strange?
Nah. It was actually pretty cool. And like you could feel like everyone was just really excited to like be there and see the comeback of it all, you know? I think people love that kind of story. Except for you guys. Apparently you guys are just fucking cold-hearted dicks.
I think it's great.
I think it was great. It's a
What?
great story.
You're like, that's great. No.
I was watching
Keida-
Angus Young
Keida.
run around the stage at 70 years old like a crazy man for 3 hours.
Who was singing?
Brian Johnson.
Oh, okay. So he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay.
He came back, I think, 2 years ago.
Did their bass player get out of jail?
I don't know. I don't know who was playing bass. It's weird because when you watch AC/DC in a concert, it's just Brian and Angus up front, and then the rest of the band is way back against the wall. They're not even they're not moving around at all. And then Brian and Angus are running around the stage.
Is that the first time you saw them?
First time I saw AC/DC, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Roadie talk. Fun. So fun, guys.
We just 10 minutes on Gloria Estefan.
The Miami Sound Machine.
It wasn't 10 minutes. But anyway.
But something weird was happening during the concert because they had a big screen so you could see the close-ups because we were in the nosebleeds, and he kept pointing to his ear. So I think because he had hearing problems, that's why he left the band.
he was like, turn it up.
And I think he wasn't getting enough feedback in his monitor
Or it was
because he was slightly off the music.
Oh.
His vocals were slightly behind the music by like a beat.
Oh.
And he kept pointing to his ear, and then he came out, and then like halfway through the concert, he had no shoes on.
Wow.
So I think he took his shoes off so he could feel the vibrations on the stage.
That's a move.
Because I was like, he
love
doesn't have
that-
shoes on anymore.
I mean, it's ingenious problem solving, but also
Yeah,
insane.
insane. But like but towards the second half of the concert, he was more in time with the band. It was weird, but it was still a great concert.
Completely off subject.
Yeah.
But I went and I saw a movie the other night. Have you seen Sinners yet?
No, I want to.
So good.
Everyone's saying how good it is.
So I mean, look, it's from dusk till dawn.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's what the vibes gave me when I saw the trailer. I was like,
It's very similar.
Yeah.
But it's so well done, and there's so many. It's great storytelling. Cinematically, it's beautiful. Seriously, no notes. The music alone is worth the experience. Like if
because it's set in the
1930s,
30s.
Mm-hmm.
Is it contemporary music or is it 1930s music?
a little bit of both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kind of a mixture of both, you know. But the
Interesting.
soundtrack is amazing.
Oh,
But so I went to the movies and I went to go get dressed, and I went with watch duty, and he
Does he
says
like being called Watch Duty?
he knows that that's his name
Right.
on the show now, and it's funny because other people ask me how watch
How
duty's
is Watch
doing.
Duty?
Yeah. How's watch duty? I'm like, it's great. Keeps me up all night for different reasons. But no, he thinks it's funny. But yeah, I went to the movies with him, and he made some comment about like how I have a uniform. He's like, I don't know why you stress out about what you're going to wear because it's always going to be the same thing.
Your stage uniform or what you
No.
do every day? Well, I mean, you're in yoga pants all the time.
Every day.
Yeah,
I have
and a
not
hat.
worn a
Yoga
pair.
pants and a hat.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've worn pants with a waistband since we shut down in 2020. Why should I wear pants with a waistband?
I don't know.
They are uncomfortable.
I guess if I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
They're uncomfortable.
Guys can't wear yoga pants.
No, it's a look.
Yeah.
There's a couple
And
of
it
dudes.
compresses everything.
There's
It's
a couple,
uncomfortable.
There's a couple dudes at my gym that do it.
Really?
Yeah. Some even have the scrunch butt in the back.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Keida knows them.
I'm so over this. I mean, I saw this woman walking around. I'm like, why don't you just be naked?
The
Just be
scrunch
naked.
butts? You don't like the scrunch
No,
butt
it
leggings?
was even worse than that. It was like the same tone as her skin. It was not scrunch butt.
It's like
it
a
was
bodysuit?
It was like I could tell what she ate for lunch yesterday. that tight. And I'm like,
And you were like, P.S. Time to wax.
it's like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
I mean, it's just
Trying to get laid,
clean out the lint
Keida.
trap.
it's so overtly sexualized. And I'm not a prude. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
No, we know you're not a prude. We established
No.
that at the beginning of the show.
Well, I didn't have sex with that guy.
Yeah. It's fine. But you're not that guy. You're like kind of, you're one of the, you two are two of the biggest feminists I know in terms of like men. You know what I mean? Which isn't saying
We're
much
allies.
You're allies. Yes, you're allies. So you don't care what women wear, but look, there's even women at my gym where I'm just like, that was a choice, girlfriend. That was a choice. If it's distracting to me, I don't know how these men are lifting weights and not hurting themselves.
Last week, I was back visiting my folks in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And we went to the beach. Colton and Tracy and I did. And I guess it's the latest trend in swimwear, but like you guys have, it's like the bikini bottoms, but it kind of goes halfway up the ass. It's not a thong, but it's not a full bottom. It shows most of your ass.
It's kind of like it accidentally gave you a wedgie.
Yes, it's like if you had a regular bikini thing and someone just fucking yanked up the waistband.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the new standard bikini. Mm-hmm. Right. It just shows a lot of ass.
So much butt.
But I
just don't apologize for hard-ons anymore. It's just like
it's your
Keita's
fault.
like, I just walk around.
full tent pole. I just like
I just hang a flag off it says this is your fault.
I'm shocked none of these cameras have been knocked over.
But like it was weird because we was there and there was like a family on the beach and like the oldest daughter, the teen daughter, had that bikini on.
What's Colton's reaction to all of this?
He doesn't say. He just gets quiet.
He's like, I feel things.
He's like, can we go home now?
I feel things.
I have to go to the bathroom. Can we go home?
Don't do it at the beach bathroom,
Yeah.
buddy. Sand is a real issue.
But it's just a weird.
But so look, you're right. I always wear leggings. You know, like it's my uniform. And he wasn't wrong. I do have a uniform. Like if I like a kind of clothing, I will buy it in every color. Because I know how that piece of clothing fits. It's predictable.
You have to think about it.
It's comfortable. I know how it feels on my skin. Like I'm very weird about clothing has to feel good for me to wear it. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I wear jeans and a graphic tee. That's all I wear.
That looks uncomfortable.
This is completely comfortable.
Like jeans make me uncomfortable for you.
Jeans are the most comfortable.
You wore jeans
all
to
the time.
Disney,
I
and I was
did.
like, "That is all."
What am I gonna wear to Disney?
Sweatpants,
Khakis?
basketball shorts. I don't know.
You can't wear sweatpants.
You can't wear sweatpants
No.
to Disney.
You can't
Why?
wear sweatpants anywhere except home.
Why is that the equivalent of your thong up the butt?
Yeah, if you get
But in the front?
if you get any mild erection in
If you
sweatpants,
get an erection at Disney, you have other issues to
you
talk
don't know what's
through.
happening. You don't know.
This is the happiest place on earth.
It really is. I feel it full body. My full body loves this place. No, jeans are comfortable. Granted, the first time you wear them, they're not. But after you wear them like 3 or 4 times, they loosen up.
But he thought that me wearing the same thing over and over again is like, I don't know. I felt like he was like disappointed or like bored that like I have a uniform. Like as a human being, I have a uniform.
Well, your day-to-day life, yeah. You have your Charlie Brown outfit.
My Charlie Brown outfit.
He wears the same thing every time. Oh. Your Charlie Brown outfit.
Most cartoons do.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Cartoons, yeah. Every time you turn up, that's so funny.
Well, I didn't want to say Donald Duck because it means you don't wear pants.
I do that sometimes. What? I'm like, oh shit. What's crazy is it's usually when I forget, when I think I have an entire outfit in my dryer downstairs, so I like get dressed down there. And then I realize I don't have pants, so I've got to like walk
So
back
you Winnie
to
the Pooh it upstairs?
Yeah, I Winnie the Pooh it up my stairs. The problem is I have a security camera that I can watch this whole thing happen. So it's just me walking through my house with
no bottoms on.
But I guess it turns out though, like Gen Z is really big on this too, because they're
Uniforms?
like uniforms, which is crazy because I don't know if you had the same thing, but like all my friends that went to private school hated the fact that they had to wear uniforms.
Well, Colton, middle school, had to wear a uniform in middle school.
Did he hate it or
Yeah,
like it?
hated it.
Why?
Because he likes wearing his Star Wars shirts or whatever he has.
Yeah. Okay. So he expresses himself.
Yeah, he
through
likes.
his clothes.
So our compromise was
But
like.
does he wear the same shit over and over again?
I mean, it's different T-shirts, but they're all like some similar graphic
So he
T-shirt.
still has
It's
a uniform. It's just not what they wanted him
right?
to wear.
They had to wear the exact same khaki
He
pants
just didn't
and
want
a
to dress like
blue-collar
he was on
shirt.
Gossip Girl.
No. But you could express your individuality there by wearing whatever kind of socks you wanted. So he'd get like a lot of like weird socks.
So he goes to a public school now.
Now he goes. Well, they were all public schools, but the middle school for some reason had a dress code.
That's so weird.
Some public schools in LA have dress codes.
Why would they do that? That's like extra expenses for parents.
Gang
no?
stuff.
Oh.
So everyone has to dress the same.
Gangs start in middle school? Man, they start them early.
Yeah, they do. But high school doesn't because like at that point, some
Because
kids
you're
are
already initiated at that point.
Yeah, you're already in. You're already a blood or a crip. But because you're 18, some kids are 18, so you can't tell an 18-year-old what to do because they're legally an adult.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. No, I never wore uniforms. I never
Me
had
either.
uniforms. But I think it probably would have solved a lot of problems for me. You know, because I always got made fun of, you know, for dressing different than other people and things like that.
how different did you dress?
I don't know. So here's how it
I mean,
started.
I had a bugle boy phase.
So look,
about it.
this is how it always started. At the beginning of the year, that's when I'd have all my new clothes.
Well,
and
yeah.
that's when I hadn't been around all the other kids, so I didn't know what was in vogue.
Right.
So I would just
like,
buy
no-
the stuff that I wanted to wear.
Not everybody's
right?
wearing bonnets. What the fuck? Thought bonnets were in. I got about 17 bonnets.
But so I would come to school and I'd be like, oh, I miscalculated this.
I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah. So after week 2, when all my new clothes were gone, I
Right.
was like, time to reassess the situation.
No more bustles, Mom.
Eddie, did you have jams?
I did have jams.
What are jams?
Did you have the real jams, or did your mom?
I had real
make
jams.
you-
No, I had real jams.
What are
you
jams?
Fucking asshole.
It was like shorts. They were,
They were like Hawaiian looking shorts.
yeah.
But my mom.
They were big back in the 80s.
Yeah, in the mid '80s, they were huge, and of course.
Did you have skids?
No, let me get back to the. Hold on, I'll get to that.
Sorry, I didn't.
So
I love that all
I
of the
asked-
men your age that listen to this and watch this podcast are like, yes, I can't
Jams,
wait to spend
skids.
20 minutes on this.
No, they're gonna love this because the jams looked like Hawaiian shirts, but they were shorts.
Yeah.
and they were huge in like '86.
Big time.
Oh,
And
I was
so
a child, so.
We were too.
Yeah.
and so
Spuds McKenzie and jams.
so
Huge.
So I asked my mother, which is like the worst thing to fucking do because my parents were like poor hippie types. And so I was like, Mom, I want some jam. So what she did is she went to McCall's,
No.
bought like
No.
a
They call it,
shorts
called gyms or something.
diagrams from like the 70s.
No.
And
She built him. She
made jams?
She made jams.
Homemade
check this out.
jams?
So then she went into the closet and got these pillowcases from the 70s with floral.
Those are shams.
You wore
floral. And she made them
Shitty jams. Shams.
They were like
Shams.
They were like Franken jams.
So they were pillowcase jams?
pillowcase jams that were like
They were Pams?
They the pattern
Yeah.
was not, jams were supposed to be at knee level.
Yeah.
These
were
were
short shorts?
from like 78.
Were they like
So-
were they like colored pillowcases?
yeah,
like
well, they were like-
they were patterned and stuff,
No,
right?
yes.
Like floral?
He's like,
They
just
were
with
floral.
stains. Just
Floral.
with my
But
stains.
listen, they were 70s, old 70s pillowcase floral. So it was like 3 different muted colors of green and orange. And so she made me these jams. And they were like too tight in the crotch. And they were like, it was just a disaster. Fucking disaster. And
Did you wear them?
now I had to. I mean, I'm not gonna not wear them. And
Yeah, you can.
But the thing that's so funny about it, the worst offense about it was the fact that it didn't have the jams.
Right, the jams
Tag
tag
on
is
it.
huge.
Oh, I would have respected her if
If
she
I
like
had the
ripped one
jams
off.
tag, every kid would have been like, "Where the fuck did you
Those
get
are
those?"
dope as fuck.
Yeah, but I didn't. Did you have a Coca-Cola shirt?
Yeah, I had a
Those
Coca-Cola
were
shirt.
really
I had a
popular
Coca-Cola
too.
shirt.
Well, my mom made that too.
She made a Coca-Cola shirt?
No, she didn't. But you know what she did do? My brothers at the same time wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh, did you get the fake cabbage, the knockoff Cabbage Patch?
She went on, not online. There was no online, but
Yeah.
she somehow bought like fake Cabbage Patch doll heads and made the bodies.
one arm would be bigger than the
They
other.
look like a horror film.
But like all the trouble you go through to build it, you could have just bought it.
Your mom was the original Pinterest. She was the original nailed it.
Ground
She would
zero
watch,
for Pinterest.
she would watch other people do it and be like, I could do
could do that.
this. And then you walk out and you're like,
You didn't
close
do that.
enough.
Not even close.
Close
This is
enough.
awful. This is horrifying.
damn.
My mom was so. I mean, it was
She
sweet.
sounds
it was,
sweet.
Oh, she's adorable, but but horribly misguided.
Yeah.
So wait, so what are the other things?
Skids? Do you have skids? Remember skids?
I don't remember.
They were like,
skids.
they're almost like pajama pants, like flannel pajama pants that you would
No,
wear.
that didn't make it to Ohio.
And then they had on the back, they had instead of have the tag jams, they had like, it looks like the traffic sign for when this road's slippery and then the car is like skidding. Like
yellow
skid marks.
triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on the back. And that was just like every kid had to have skids.
That's so weird. And I didn't have
No
have
one?
any of that.
Maybe it can't just be a Virginia thing.
Yeah.
That seems weird to be a Virginia thing.
I mean, I don't remember that. I think the first time I remember stuff like actually being like name brand was Tommy Hilfiger and
Guess jeans were huge.
Jinkos.
Jinkos.
Remember Jinkos?
No.
You don't know Jinkos? It's more like skater jeans.
Jinkos? That's like a
Jinkos.
old lady
J-N-C-O. Jinkos.
No.
They're like the super wide leg jeans. They're kind of back now. But they had like jeans for a while, had the painter strap on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, none of us are painting. None of us, we don't know.
Oh, where you could put your, yeah.
Yeah, what do you put there?
A hammer.
But that's not what, none of the kids were doing that. You know?
Eddie,
that was
were
the first
you-
time I remember.
Were you Polo or Dakar?
What was the one with the alligator?
No, that.
Not shirts. He's talking
Cologne.
about
Oh, cologne? Polo shirt. I didn't wear cologne. Never worn
He
cologne.
liked his natural
No wonder,
muscle.
no wonder he's never been.
I've never been through because I don't wear cologne. Drakkar, I could have banged a dude. Damn it. Could have totally banged that dude in San Francisco if I wore.
Clip it.
Oh, man.
I can't. But Gen Z's like trying to they're trying to establish kind of like uniforms, or like they're doing what I'm doing, which is like they establish like a uniform for themselves because they're like, hey, it takes the guesswork out of like having to get dressed every day or like come up with something new or like get into
But that's
fast
more of a, is that
fashion.
more of a female thing than a male thing?
No, it's everybody.
Do men really think about what they put on? You don't think about what you put on. You just get dressed.
They're like, I have no time for decision fatigue and the destruction it
Decision
causes.
fatigue.
Decision fatigue is real. I have a full closet of clothes, and the minute I look in there, I'm like, same thing.
Oh, I know. Tracy's the same way. She has to try on 3 things the night before to see
Yep.
what she's going to wear.
True. So they're basically saying that they're like, well, one of the most successful people in the world, Steve Jobs, had
Yeah.
uniforms. So why shouldn't I have a uniform?
Okay. Like khaki pants and a collared shirt.
Like a black shirt.
Black
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah. You said the kids that go to Colton school, like all the girls wear what, pajamas?
Pajama pants. Gen Z just wears pajama pants to school.
Maybe
And a
they're-
sweatshirt.
I can get behind that.
There's like a group of girls I've noticed when you drop them off, they're like half of them are dressed like they just woke up, and the other half like put way too much work into going to school.
like
Like
they're
halter
dressed till they go to the
tops
club.
and like hair and makeup.
Ooh.
There's like 2
It's called the
different.
puberty line.
I guess it is,
yeah.
but it's crazy. Like some girl, like I've never like when we went to high school, no girl wore sweatpants to school.
So funny because when I was younger and more insecure, I skewed on I took forever to get ready for school and overdid the makeup and the
Yeah, yeah.
hair and all that and got in trouble for dress code and things like
yeah.
that. When I got to college and I actually got popular for being hot, I was like, I don't have to do any of this
No,
anymore.
I've achieved.
I
hit
was
the
like, I
mountaintop.
literally would go to school in my pajamas and I'd be like, I'm here.
Look,
the fuck do you want
I've
from me?
arrived.
Yeah. You're welcome.
The world knows I'm hot.
You're welcome. Did you ever have any uniforms at a job?
Just when I was a bartender at a restaurant, we had to wear a certain shirt.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard shit. But you had to buy it, which sucked.
All the places that I worked at that had uniforms, it was always like clothing stores.
Yeah.
So I worked at
Yeah, but you just wear the clothes from the store.
yeah, which is fine. Like Oakley was very generous with their employees. They would like give you a stipend, and you'd be like every quarter you'd get like a couple $100 and be like, hey,
Buy Oakley crap.
yeah, get your new Oakley stuff, so that way you would be dressed as as an Oakley
Right.
employee.
Ugh, have to wear Oakley shit.
Abercrombie, not as generous. Abercrombie be like, here's your 30% discount. and they would you couldn't wear the same thing over and over
Well,
and over
wouldn't even
again.
wear a shirt to Abercrombie & Fish. I have to buy a fucking shirt. Show up shirtless.
They frowned upon that for women. I don't know if you know that. They actually fired me after I got a boob job.
Why? Is this when you had your double D's?
Yeah. They were like, you no longer look like the all-American girl.
Wait, you had a double D's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of the gate.
Actually, truly, they were bigger than double D's. They were mid-2000s double D's, which are closer to like F's or something like that now.
Did you
they
like
were
stand
insane.
up? What did you need, like one of those mannequin stands?
I think after
had a scoliosis
after
brace.
after years
I mean,
After-
double D's on you would.
after years of wearing a 35-pound backpack, I think they actually leveled me out. You know, it was like they
Right.
balanced. You know, oh, I'm like, oh, we're finally centered.
When did you get rid of those?
I got rid of those in 2009 after the incident at the Jets. I had like a huge existential crisis and got rid of them. And then decided I wanted them back, like something back in like 2013.
How big's something?
Like C's, you know? And then last year I was just like, you know what? Go big or go home. So I think I'm back to a double D now.
Really? Huh.
Double D's now and double D's back then are very different. Kind of like how they're like Marilyn Monroe was a size 6. You know, no, it's
It's a
different.
sliding scale.
Yeah. It changes
So
because
your double D's now are more, say, C?
probably.
Okay.
Now they're just trying to make women feel good about themselves. You know,
Oh, like those, every pant now is like the size 30 waist, but it's like elastic. So
Yeah.
a size
You can do a
50 could
33
go in
and do
there.
a
You're
30
like,
waist.
yeah,
Because all jeans are stretchy now.
all your jeans.
They make jeans now. They're kind of
It's
stretchy.
insane. Like literally,
There's like elastic in them.
Yeah, you can get a size 30 and be like a 300-pound
Because
guy.
they know some guys are walking around with a badonk. What?
Well,
Guys have butts too.
I know. I
We
don't.
look.
I have no ass.
You've no ass.
I have no ass.
But yeah. And then I worked at Hooters, and we all know what that uniform looked
Great
like.
uniform.
Nailed
Great
it.
uniform.
It's funny because Hooters uniforms were they were supposed to be family friendly. They were supposed to be hot enough to get the dad's attention, but mild enough that moms didn't mind their kids coming there. That was the
They
whole-
weren't like obscene uniforms.
No. But
They weren't pleasant to look at
no.
because that thick pantyhose and those
Yeah.
orange. Yeah.
Did you guys see that Hooters is going out of business?
know.
Filed for
They filed.
bankruptcy. Well, actually, the original owners are actually going to buy it back.
Yeah.
Buy it
They
back.
put out a
and-
statement that said they're not going. They're not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
They're
but,
making a stand.
But they shut down. They know, like they were shutting down a lot of locations. The one in Burbank closed.
Bourbon closed. Hollywood Boulevard closed. Santa Monica
Hollywood
closed.
Boulevard closed.
Yeah.
Aw. That's the one you used to take Colton to,
Yeah,
right?
I
That's
did.
the infamous. She's got a penis.
She's got a penis.
Nope, she does
No,
not.
She does
have
not have a penis. Daddy has a penis.
Let's not do this here.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Colton.
Yeah, that one closed. Yeah, all of them closed. I think the one in Long Beach is still open.
Yes, it is.
So if you got to get a Hooters fix, you got to go to Long Beach.
Have you seen the one down in San Diego called Cooters
No.
with a K? One of my students was like was writing a joke about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, it's called Cooters," and I just went, "I didn't know they served that part of the chicken."
They usually throw that away.
Eddie, speaking of Hooters, I think it's time.
It's so time.
God, that flew past.
I know.
We're going to play Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. Just tell me what is the fake Florida Man headline, and Keida's going to play along.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
It's been a minute.
Florida man trapped in unlocked porta-john for 3 hours. Florida man arrested for burglary asked cops to test his meth because he thought it went bad. Florida man dances through DUI test, claims he's a professional. One of those is a fake Florida man headline.
I think it's the third.
The third one?
Yes.
DUI test, claims he's a professional?
Yes.
Keida?
I think it's the first because the first sounds the least crazy.
Florida man trapped in unlocked porta-john for 3 hours? Your winner. Keida,
What?
on a roll. Florida
I
man.
mean, why do we
Trapped
act
in a porta
like
john
why do we
for 3
act
hours.
like we're surprised by that? He's proven he has a stronger background in this type of
Ohio
stuff.
is Florida North.
Truly.
Yeah.
So
And it
Man.
reminds me of, did you see that video of that guy that's doing the DUI thing, the guy in the cowboy hat, and then she has the lady cop has him dancing around. I'll try to find it and put it in there. She has him dancing around, and then he gets so comfortable. He's like, "Yeah, I'm drunk," and then he's like that, and he's like, "Oh." It is the funniest fucking video ever. It's great.
Man, that flew by.
it was.
Time flies when Keida's talking about his threesomes.
Oof.
Anyways, Eddie, where can people find you?
You can find me at Eddie Pence on all the socials or go to eddiepence.com.
Please sign up for Eddie and My Beacons. We're trying to take the show on the road. We want to come see you. We want to perform stand-up in your area. So please sign up for our mailing list. It helps us cut through the algorithm and stay in direct contact with
Yes.
you guys. Don't worry, we're not going to spam you. It's literally just so we can tell you when we're coming to your town. You can find me at Jennifer Sturger on all the socials and at jensturger.com for the other stuff.
And you can find me at OnlyFans.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, we'll see you next week, guys. Another episode of Not Today. Bye.
Bam!